Sometimes you just need a break from homeschooling, and I have found that when I schedule breaks, I am much less likely to burn out. So hi, my name is Angie. Welcome to my channel, or welcome back to my channel. If you are new here, I'm a mom to 4. I love to homeschool, I love to read good books, and I love to share both of those things on this channel. And if you also like those things, please consider subscribing. So I have been running this series of videos on my channel since about the fall, and they are seriously some of my favorite videos to make. Partially, I think, because it's much easier to obsess about the things that are not working in your homeschool than to think about the things that are and to celebrate those. And so this series of videos is really just celebration. It's the ability to really think through what happened in this past month and see the good stuff. So I will be sharing my win for the beginning of the year of 2021, and I would love to hear what yours is. I love reading your comments. In the past couple videos, you all have shared your wins for the month, and I have just really enjoyed reading those. So please share below what has been going really well for you. So what is my win? I would say that my win has been that, except for moving school, which is what I called it, we have been able to keep a really consistent rhythm of breaking throughout our homeschool year. And that has been huge, you guys, huge. So I'm going to share some reasons why this has been so beneficial for us, but I'm also going to share an example of how this has played out. So make sure to stay till the end for the example, because I think it'll help out a lot. So we follow a 6 weeks on, 1 week off schedule. Some people call it a Sabbath school or Sabbath schedule is what I've heard it called. It took me a while to find this schedule, but it is a very natural schedule for us, and it works out for a couple of reasons. So the first reason is that it really helps with planning and resource collection. I like the ability to take things in small chunks, and to be able to plan things for about 6 weeks at a time works really well for me. I can wrap my head around that, and it's not too much pressure about like falling behind or anything like that. I always know that I will have a week coming up soon, that if we do get behind, I can reassess and reevaluate at that point, but I can always push through about 6 weeks. So it really helps with planning. I never plan past 6 weeks. Additionally, it really helps me with the resource collection, because I don't know about you, but I get really overwhelmed kind of by the yearly collection of science activities or history activities, or even checking out and putting holds at the library for all the kids' books. I get kind of overwhelmed by the idea of having to do that for the whole year. I just feel like so much changes and then you just waste your time. But 6 weeks is very doable, and it's well worth my time. So then I'm able to collect all the books, put in my hold request, and then look through the 6 weeks of whatever activities we have for the different subjects and collect a list and then get it all at once. And it's just less stressful for me. So I really like that reason. Second, my kids' ages. So again, I have a 7-year-old, a 5-year-old, and twin 3-year-olds. And I feel like it's just too much to push them for week upon week upon week upon week. It just doesn't work very well. They get kind of burnt out. They get tired. They stop putting their effort in. And I feel like just giving their little bodies and brains a break is so beneficial. And the last reason, which I think is probably my most important reason for this 6 weeks on, 1 week off sort of schedule, is it allows me space to do curriculum assessment. I feel like, I don't know if you do this, but sometimes you get into a curriculum and you're like, this is not working, this is going terribly, and you just want to switch all of a sudden or get rid of it. And I totally feel that way, but having this system helps me know that like I can push for at least 6 weeks. And that honestly a lot of times gives a curriculum enough time to settle in, to see if my kids will settle into it. And if they haven't by 6 weeks, it's not a good fit. But it helps me be like, no, I can wait. I can wait until our break to really go back and just think about it and to really assess if it fits our family and what we might need going forward. Additionally, I find that I need that time to think about this stuff. I am just tired by the end of the homeschool day, and then things just start stacking up on me. And some of them are really simple things, like I need to go through our All About Reading and cut out all the different activity sheets and put them in page protectors. Not hard, but I really don't want to do that every week. I'd rather do that kind of every 6 weeks. And so it's things like that that are on my list that just start to pile up on me. And I'm just too tired during a normal homeschool week, but I can do that stuff on my break week. And for me, the break week is just really, really helpful. It helps me be in the right headspace, but it also gives me the time to do what I need to do, if that makes sense. Okay, let me give you an example of how we do this Sabbath school. So this is my January/February win, because we started school after the holidays at pretty much the first week of January. And so we have done 6 weeks of school, and this current week, the one that I'm filming on, is our break week. So I can explain exactly what we're doing this week. So what does this look like exactly? So for my kids, I thought about keeping going with like phonics and math, but then I realized like that's the majority of their curriculum. At their ages, those are the two things that they are working really hard on. And so if I keep that going, they don't really get a break. So I just decided to just give them a full week break. They can play Legos. It actually just snowed, so they're doing a lot of sledding and playing and all of the things. And I feel like that was just a wise call, even though I was like, oh, I don't want to have them regress any, but it's just a week and they'll be fine, and it's just really good for them. So they are completely breaking. But as for me, what have I been doing this week? I started with looking for small adjustments, kind of asking myself, what are some of the struggles we've been having? And for me personally, the biggest thing that I always come down to is the twins are difficult. There's 2 3-year-olds, and we still have to do school, and I'm not taking them to a preschool or anything. So they're just a challenge. What could I do to help the big kids in kind of their skill sections to be a little bit more independent? And mind you, they're still young and they need me for a lot of math and a lot of phonics. But I was able to come up with a couple ideas. One is Singapore Math has a online teaching that I decided to sign up for. It's called Singapore Live. And we're going to try that. We're going to try it where there's this teacher that kind of helps the kids walk through some of the problems, and I'm still there, so it's not like a completely hands-off program, but it could maybe help a little bit of independence where he could potentially learn the concept, do the work, and only grab me when he needs me, is my thoughts. The other thing I'm thinking about doing is setting up independent folders for them. So everything is really set and ready in like a Monday folder, Tuesday, Thursday, Friday folders that is ready for them, and it has all their stuff. And that might help the schedule, or at least relieve some of me having to logistically handle all of that. The second big thing I've been doing is kind of really looking forward to see what I have to plan. And so we are in the kind of the second half of the year. I also wanted to count the days, see how many days we have until the 172, which is the requirement for my state, and then see kind of where our curriculums are falling out. Because I don't need to finish a curriculum at the end of the year. That's not what I'm talking about. We start and stop curriculums kind of all year round, and I just wanted to see if there was something that we were going to run out of before the end of the year. And there actually is. I'm probably going to need to pick up all about reading level 2 for my son because he's just really flying through level 1, which is good. So I was able to make note of that. We are also transitioning from our prehistory unit into our level 1 or ancient history unit that I'm doing with Build Your Library and Torchlight, which I just posted a video I think last week about that. So go check that out if you are interested in that. But I'm shifting into there, and so I just wanted to kind of look through all the materials again, assess how I was going to combine the 2 programs, and then order books. So I've been doing a lot of that. It's kind of organizing the next 6 weeks of those 2 programs. And the last big thing I have been doing is posting curriculum to sell, because there's been a lot of changes in our homeschool and there's some curriculum I'm not using and I really don't think I'm going to use again. And sometimes it's better just to post it quickly instead of just let it stack up and never use it. So that's my tendency with life. And so I do that with homeschool curriculum as well. So I've been trying to post curriculum to sell it. So yes, I realize that my break week is a lot of work, but that's okay with me. Honestly, I feel like to have the time to do these things helps get it off of my shoulders. So it's not something that's kind of constantly on my to-do list, kind of weighing me down, being like, you're never doing this, you're never doing this, you're never finding time. Instead, I have this week, which is designated as a break week, where I can just hustle and get all this stuff done. And then we can get to our regular 6 weeks and those just run smoother with less stress. And I'm more present because I'm not trying to do all these things kind of on the side quickly before my kids need it, you know what I mean? And so that's been really helpful. So I'm tired, but I'm also energized that I got so much done and I'm ready for this next 6 weeks. And so I hope this has been helpful and potentially encouraging to you, especially if you are potentially interested in this Sabbath school. So have you ever tried this schedule? Or what is your schedule? Do you have a kind of a break schedule for yourself in your homeschool? If you do, please share below. I love to learn more about that. And please don't forget to put your win down below, your win for January, February, the beginning of the year. And yeah, that's what I have. Please consider liking the video, subscribing to the channel if you aren't already subscribed, and I will see you in the next homeschool video. All right, take care.